Hello, Maude. How are you?
As well as I can be. How are things with you?
Oh, just great. How does it feel to be on the other end of the interview?
It's interesting. I tell you what, fish out of water here.
It's not an easy thing to sit there and just get barraged with questions. But
I know, and to be entertaining at the same time.
Yeah, I can't do both. I'm sorry. Well, first of all, we live in a new world now, and as a film reviewer, as a movie critic, and a historian, I'm barraged by people asking me what can I watch.
I know it's a really bleak time. This is the first time in recorded history that the box office has been at $0. This is unfounded, but you're right. Everyone's turning to TV, and there are a lot of streaming services, and I'm the same. They're like, what do I watch? There's A, so much out there, and B, I want some good stuff, and also C, I don't want to spend much money. And that's why I mentioned Tubi.tv, because it's a free streaming service, and I've got a bunch of recommendations for not only the family, but those who are a little bit older with no kids that really just want to escape from our current reality.
Yeah, and let's talk about that, because I've been a fan of Tubi for about 5 years. I know it's a 6-year-old service, but they've really improved their library quite a bit. And I always say to people, look, if you've never seen a movie, no matter how old it is, it's brand new to you. So we've got some great classic films and wonderful movies available for free and streaming on Tubi. Let's talk about one of my favorite science fiction films of all time, Minority Report.
I would love to. This movie is brilliant. It's got a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I would give it a 100. It came out in 2002, directed by Steven Spielberg, but I feel like the concept of this movie, how it looks, how they integrate future technology, is way ahead of its time. And if you watch it now, it still holds up 18 years later. It discovers the notion of pre-crime, where using the police force, you're able to detect or be notified about a crime or a murder before it's committed, and then you get pre-arrested for the pre-crime.
Yeah, and we just lost Max von Sydow, and this is one of his, I think, most interesting roles, because he's just amazing in this movie, as is Colin Farrell, who does a great job.
Colin Farrell actually plays an authoritative figure really, really well. He was in SWAT around this time as well, so he was really finding his feet as like a must-watch actor. I think the latest thing I've ever seen Colin Farrell was Dumbo, actually, released last year through Disney.
Well, he's got a very interesting career. I remember him back from Cool World. It was an animated kind of film, but it was a very interesting movie. But you've also got on Tubi, you've also got things for kids to watch, like the Rugrats.
That's it, yeah. Rugrats Go Wild. And I think it's so important to have movies that kind of the family can enjoy, or at least you can keep kids entertained while parents are working at home and trying to juggle so much at the moment. I believe Tubi doubles as a babysitter, but hey, whatever it takes during this time. But with Rugrats Go Wild, it came out in 2003. It combines two of Nickelodeon's biggest franchises with the Rugrats and also the Wild Thornberrys. And I feel like everyone has an amazing Nigel Thornberry impersonation, actually. But a fun fact for this one is that the talking dog, Spike, is voiced by Bruce Willis.
I did the junket for that years ago.
Stop it.
And with Tim Curry and Bruce Willis, and they were so proud of this movie when it came out that I think the animation in that is just absolutely sparkling too. It's just beautifully colored.
Yeah, big names in that, and you can just tell they're having the time of their life doing it.
And then you've got Shrek Forever, which, if you love, how can I put this? If you love great storytelling, Shrek is one of those movies that you can just watch over and over again.
Absolutely. Mike Myers as Shrek made this absolutely iconic. In this movie, he marries the love of his life, Princess Fiona, voiced by Cameron Diaz. And of course, we get Donkey back with Eddie Murphy, who's probably one of the better fictional kids characters out there. That and the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? Anyway, I've seen this movie so many times. But yeah, Shrek Forever After is absolutely fantastic. And it's just fun for everyone.
I've also noticed that the library that you have on Tubi specifically is just amazing. I noticed AI, artificial intelligence, is on there, and if you've never seen that movie, It's a terrific film, also directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he has a bit of a fixation with like future technology and where the world could go, which I feel is really informative, and I like to watch them just in case. I also like to say that AI is our friend, and it's recorded publicly that we are on good terms.
Very good, yeah. And then if you're if you're a war movie fan, you've got Black Hawk Down. You've got a lot of great films, even for the older generations, just to sit down and watch. And it is just a terrific platform, and they've upgraded it so much recently.
Yeah, there's over 20,000 movies and TV shows now. 20,000. And I think the best thing about Tubi is that the algorithm system is great, because that can be overwhelming. So once you start compiling your list and putting them in a queue, the algorithm kicks in and starts making recommendations based on your taste.
Yeah, I've often said that the number one thing right now to watch is the opening screen on any service, because you sit there for 20 minutes going through all the movies, going, well, maybe there's something better. And with Tubi, you've got just displayed is 80 or 90 films, that you could just breeze through.
That's it. I know.
It's a terrific service. And they're adding to it all the time, as you say. I think they're putting on more TV shows, aren't they?
Yeah, especially in this time, because we're all about the binge. But I think a great thing to navigate on Tubi is that you can see new releases, but you can also catch the things that are about to disappear forever. So you can actually get the ones before they are no longer available. And that's my favorite, because it feels like there's a little bit of a thrill. It's like, remember in your Blockbuster days where you could only rent a movie for about 6 days, and so you crammed them all on the 5th? Yeah.
Yeah, you're dating me now, because I do remember Blockbuster. I remember when they opened. That's how old I am. Man, now I feel bad.
Don't be. You're an expert now,
I am. And so are you. I mean, your career is just going nuts too. Your site is amazing, very popular, and what you do is so much fun.
I mean, it's a great time to do it right now. I'm getting paid to watch TVs and movies, and I think that's what everyone else is doing. So yeah, to be a film critic at this stage, even though there are no movies out at the moment, there's a lot of content coming through.
But you're also an actress too. I noticed that you have a little bit of a film history too.
I do. I do some voice acting in there. I, from time to time, like to dabble. I mean, I'm in LA. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, but the streets are empty right now. There's nothing going on except to watch Tubi.
That's it. I'm day 18 or 19 in isolation lockdown. I'm starting to forget. What day is it? I
think for me it's 20 days right now. But once that happens, there's nothing to do. Restaurants aren't open, so we could either go nuts or just hunker down and revisit some great films.
That's it. And everything on the screen here is available on Tubi. There's some great ones. And yeah, we need to watch Minority Report again.
Let's do a watch party. How about that?
I love it.
You can host it.
Oh, perfect.
You've got like 20.
What else am I going to do?
20 billion viewers. Yeah. that brings stuff up. Now we have to say though that this is a gentle commercial for Tubi, but the app is free.
It is absolutely free.
You can take it with you wherever you go.
Yeah, it's available on like 25 different services. I watch it through my Xbox, but I mean, you can watch it on your phone, any browser, any app. So yeah, Amazon, Fire Stick, Roku, you name it. It's basically in smart TVs. You're ready to go. So
I have to ask you before we leave, who is your favorite interview that you've done? Because you've done the junkets like I've done.
I certainly have.
Who strikes you as the best?
I'm going to drop a few names right now, so apologies for it. But Matt Damon was so down to earth, it was almost surprising as much as it was endearing. Charlize Theron, who's in Aeon Flux, is the perfect balance of professional and sassy. She's kind of like put me in my place a couple of times, but in a really fun way, where I was like, oh! And then also Hugh Jackman, I believe, is the nicest person in Hollywood. I'm biased though because I'm Australian.
Yeah, I got free coffee from Hugh Jackman just recently, so I love the man.
Yeah, yes.
For me, it's always been Robin Williams as my favorite interview of all time, and just an incredibly talented human being.
I agree. He made fun of me for being a gamer with the name Maude, because he felt that Maude was very much an 80-year-old woman's name, and he just imagined me playing video games with the gamer title Maude and how hilarious it would be. And he acted the entire scenario out for me. Bless him.
Well, what a journey you've been on, Maude, and congratulations on all your success. I also appreciate you retweeting me this morning after I announced that I'm going to talk to you.
Of course.
Let's be friends.
Done. And Jeff says hi too. He made a point to say hi to you through me.
I know he does that, but we talk all the time. But now you're part of that group. We're going to do a Zoom thing with you, me, and Jeff. How's that?
Done. I'm in. Movie, watch out.
I'm going to give you the last word. What is the #1 movie to watch right now on Tubi TV?
I'm going to say the #1 movie to watch on Tubi TV has to be the 2016 underrated movie of the year, Sing Street. It is so beautiful. It follows the story of a teenager who's just trying to find his way in 1980s Dublin, Ireland during a recession. So he joins a band and the soundtrack is phenomenal. You can expect Hall & Oates, Duran Duran, and my favorite, The Cure. And trust me when I say this movie will be the cure for your isolation.
It is an amazing movie. We premiered it at Sundance, and I'll tell you what, it was a standing ovation when that movie ended.
95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it's such a great film.
And if you haven't seen it, it is one of those movies that will be in your top 10 films. It is just a heart and soul. It'll take you away.
It's so great. Yeah, it's an easy one to recommend because I know people will love it.
Maude, thank you so much for your time this morning. I appreciate it, and we'll catch up on social media sometime.
Perfect, Tony. Sounds great. Stay safe.
Stay safe and have a great day.